live right now for YouTube?
You said what?
I said, what you got on the live right now for a YouTube video?
What do I got on the live right now?
In the lab.
In the lab. Oh, so I got a vlog where I did you remember that one video that I did like like a year or so ago when I was like I was at the tailgate and I had the song lyrics and if they got it wrong they had to take. So I redid that at UMD. Yeah, I redid that at UMD, but I got so fucked up. Well, it was a combination. I got fucked up. I kind of blacked out for a period, but then like my phone just like died, and it died in a way where like I couldn't even charge it because I had to like restore it. So like my phone, it was like a little like every time I tried to hold the home button to turn it on, it would like show the Apple icon and then it would just glitch and shut off. So like I was just walking around aimlessly for 5 hours trying to find where the fuck I parked because I parked like off in the distance for free.
For 5 hours, bro?
Yeah, bro,
Oh, no.
bro, because it was like we finished the vid right, and my friend put his camera away, and then like because I was using my phone as the mic, so then we were walking around or whatever, and then like. Yeah, I just did not prep for the because I was drinking like at that point I was drinking for the full day. We were over at the BSU section when we finished up, and then like I just remember waking up with my head down like this. I was sitting on the curb, and I woke up like this, and I looked up, and I just seen like this car drive past me, and it started raining and shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened? Like what? And then I'm checking my phone. My phone's not turning on, so then I gotta like walk around and just like. Bro, I was asking everybody for fucking directions, and they were all pointing me in different ways. Eventually, I got to this like, it was like an apartment complex, but you could tell it was like a really nice apartment complex. Like even when I went in there for a brief second, they had like a coffee stand just like set up where like you could make yourself like hot chocolate and shit, just like for free and shit. I was like, oh, this is a upper echelon, and I'm just like having to
finding random
bro,
side quests
and the whole no real shit. Like at one point I ended up in a college.
Where'd your friend go? Like,
bro, he was looking for me, but he couldn't find me, so he was like, his phone is probably dead. He probably found one of his friends because we linked up with a few of my friends to like when we were there, like we seen them or whatever. So like I had people that I knew there, you know. So he after he was looking or whatever, he couldn't find me, and he just assumed that I was with them. But then like when he got home and he realized like this man still has not like said a word in the group chat or whatever. So like they were talking about having to do like a search and shit because I didn't get home till like 3 a.m. bro. I was walking. I was going to like I ended up in like this one house party that they were having, and I was asking the dude for directions because at first he thought I was just part of the party, and then he was kind of giving me attitude and shit when I was like asking for the directions. But like now I know how to fight and shit, so I was like, bro, do you want to take this shit outside? We can handle this shit right here. I'll drop you in front of the hose like shit. But because you gotta understand, at that point I'm hungover, I'm fucking cold, wet, I'm just like pissed off at this point, bro. Like I don't have time for bullshit. Give me the fucking directions that I need, or like hold your fucking peace. Like it wasn't if it wasn't for the girl that was over, but like she gave me some bullshit. One of them gave me bullshit directions because that didn't even work. But I was just like. I ended up in this one like nicer apartment complex or whatever, right? And at this point, I'm just kind of like stopping cars on the side, like that's driving by, and just like asking for a charger type shit. So then one dude let me in. One dude let me into the apartment complex, right? And we were talking or whatever. He was like this dude in his like later 20s. I think he was like 27. And he was talking about like he was an engineer or whatever. Nah, but his like life setup at that current point, like I was talking to him about that shit. It was cool, bro. Like he was living in that nice ass apartment complex. He was a chill guy too. Like we were just talking or whatever. And then when he pulled up the directions on his phone of like where my car was located, because I knew enough to like know that it was somewhere. And then like once we figured out where that somewhere was, it was like, all right, here's the directions, you know. So we stepped outside and we were walking down the street, and then next thing you know, four cop cars pull up, and then they all hop out, and I got like the hot chocolate in my hand, and then the first thing I say is like, this is hot chocolate, bro. Like I'm already copping attitude at them, and they're like, we got a report that said that somebody that fits your description pointing at me was going around looking in car windows. So then the whole time I'm like, yeah, because I'm fucking lost right now trying to ask people for directions and shit. Like I'm giving the cop attitude, and then he's like, he's like, put your hands up against the wall, and then he starts pressing me out like that. But me, I was using my white privilege to the max. I turned around and I was pumping off at this dude, like cussing each and every one of them out, just like, because I'm fucking pissed at this point. Bro. I'm breaking it. I said this to him at one point. I was like, bro, if I was really on some janky shit, why, like. I asked the fucking park police at one point if he had a charger. Like, if I was on some janky shit, why would I go to the fucking park police? And I'm saying this to him, right? And he's like, well, we didn't particularly say, like, now his tone is toned down because he understands the severity of the situation. Like, shit, he's like, well, we didn't necessarily say that you were on some janky shit. Like, he repeated this shit. So fucking fun. But he was like, we just got the report or whatever. And I kept saying to him, like, as I was popping off, I was like, I understand y'all trying to do your job or whatever. I'm not necessarily mad at you, but like, I'm pretty fucking pissed off because I'm asking all these people for, you know, like, I'm like popping off, but I'm also like, all right, I gotta be aware of the fucking situation and shit too. Like if I pop up a little too much, it can easily, you know. But I definitely controlled. Because that's all you gotta do, bro. You just gotta like, I mean, I guess like it's different for everybody, but like, yeah, like once I knew, like I just had control of the conversation, I was like, all right, this is gonna go well.
That was most definitely white privilege.
Yeah. I'm definitely trying that shit.
Yeah, but it's
start popping this shit to the feds.
But it's like if you got it, you gotta use it. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. If you gonna have it, you might as well use it.
We didn't say well, you was particularly janky shit.
Yeah. Nah. So that was my whole Saturday. I ended up coming home at like 3 a.m.
Bro, but what I was at, bro, why? How come when you didn't go to these people, you didn't just ask to use their phone and call somebody, bro?
I guess that would have made sense, but at the same time, it's like I was still thinking that like my phone had a chance of coming back on, you know?
Yeah. Nah, but at some point it's like, yeah.
Now, like once I linked up with the one dude that was in the apartment complex, and I realized like, all right, this shit is like fucked. Like that's when I was like, all right, whatever. So then, yeah, eventually I just kept walking down the street asking people to, like, pull it up on their map because now I knew where the shit was. And then, yeah, I ended up getting in my car at, like, midnight, I think, and I was driving around, and then I got lost on the road because I was still, like, kind of, like, I wasn't, like, fucked up, but I was still, like, jet lagging from, like, being hungover and shit. So I'm like, bro, like, I'm passing, like, my old high school and shit. Like, no way I'm, like, this fucking lost that, like, I'm just driving around in circles and shit. I'm just wasting my fucking gas. And gas is expensive as fuck now. So it's like, bro, I'm not trying to just waste it on bullshit. Yeah. So now it's like, I got the video, and there was audio that came from the camera.
Oh, did you even get the audio?
Yeah, cause when my phone restored, it only restored my audio files up until like July, so I lost a lot of shit. So yeah, like there's still like enough audio from the video that like if I finesse it with like a good amount of subtitles and just like use the best parts or whatever, I could probably make a video out of it. But it's definitely like, all right, I'm gonna have to get a better like episode in where like shit doesn't go that wrong.
That's wild.
Yeah, because it's cool in concept. Like the series is cool in concept, going around and like doing the lyrics, like you gotta guess the right lyrics and shit with like matching with the artist or whatever, like that, especially in like a YouTube, TikTok content, like hybrid, you know, like that shit could bang on both. Yeah. We didn't say you were on some janky shit, but we're getting a lot of reports, bro. Cause I asked this one big dude that was like, he stepped outside to smoke. It was this fat dude, and I was like, hey, bro, can you like I wasn't even asking for like a charger at certain points. Like I was just asking if they could like pull up on the maps where I was like trying to locate. He's like, nah, I just got out here. And I was like, I was like, do you have your phone on you or something? And he's like looking at his phone. He's like, nah, I just got out here. Like as he's looking at his phone type shit.
He said, no, I just got out here.
He was on some bullshit when he was replying to me, so I was just like, all right, whatever. And then I kind of
nobody at that college seemed like they wanted to be messed with.
Nah, it wasn't even in the college because it was like off in the distance because that's how lost I got. So I wasn't even like connected to the college at a certain point. I was just kind of like. I was like over in like an actual like neighborhood type shit. That's probably why they call the cops on me because I just look so out of character.
Oh,
that's funny as shit. And it's funny too because the dude that I was talking to, he was like foreshadowing that the police were gonna pull up. He was like, "Yeah, you moving to like a little like you wouldn't fly or some shit with the police or something like."
oh nah.
So I don't know. It is what it is. You take what you can get. We still got the fucking video. Yeah, because it was a bunch of good clips and shit. So now I just gotta finish it up and see what it comes out to.
So you got that joke and
I got this animation that I was working on where I was kind of like narrating that day, but like I was like so like the way that
you did the animation or somebody else did it?
No, I so you remember how I did that one academics like has a camera moment. so the way I did the animation style for that, I started doing it with this video, but it started off as like a commentary and it was like transitioning into like it was cool. It was like transitioning into like a animation, like telling the story or whatever, and then I was gonna bring it back to like a commentary and like finish it as like a, but I got like halfway into it and then I was like, I don't know. I've just been bouncing around to a lot of shit, and I was seeing it was taking up a lot of storage, so I exported whatever I had done of it, and I'm gonna come back to it at some point. Even if I don't post it, I'm gonna probably just finish. Well, no, I don't know. I'll show y'all it at some point. But then like I got some commentary vids. I got like a good amount of scripts, and then I got a lot of shit that I've just been like punching in vocals for, and then whatever I'm making like the more progress on is like what's more on the forefront. But yeah, that's kind of been my reps, just like punching into a lot of shit and then just coming back to whatever feels like needs the most attention.